Get the most from your music.
Hi, welcome to the Spinning Room Hi-Fi Showroom. Check these out. These are the O Audio. Apologies if I've pronounced that incorrectly. It's a Norwegian company. And this is the Icon 12. This is a product that we've had our eye on for quite some time, and it's only recently come into the UK, and we're one of the first showrooms in the UK to gain access to this quite striking product. What we have here is basically a two-way speaker that is substantial. It has a horn-loaded tweeter, and it's got a 12-inch bass driver, which, as you can see there, is pretty impressive. The cabinet itself is a very substantial geometric design that's got lots of different angles and shapes to it, all designed to deal with internal standing waves and other things that often damage a box-shaped speaker's performance. We've had these here now for the best part of 4 weeks, I would say, and we've put them through everything. We've had valves, we've had Class A, Class D, Class A, B, all the amplification methods that you can think of. And because they're 92 dB sensitive, they've basically taken everything in their stride. For example, we've just been recently doing a demonstration for a customer with the Aurora Sound 31 watt valve amp that's on the shelf up there, and they sound sensational. They love power, so you can go that way if you want to, but there's no real kind of challenge in driving these, even though they're a big speaker. O Audio are doing things quite differently. This is the second in the tier of their range. They do a smaller product called the Frig 2, which again we'll hopefully get in shortly, and we can talk about that in more detail. But what sets this company apart is that they're making speakers that really have a really lifelike sound. So they are very good at sending out a huge soundstage into the listening space, and they don't falter with any type of music, which is not often the case. And very impressively, we believe that these are a speaker that you could basically run with a choice of amplifiers, and albeit they're big, they don't particularly have those issues with going into a normal size room. So what we've got here is a really quite exciting product.
Get the most from your music.
Okay, so let's talk about price. These are £20,000, available in this stunning gloss walnut. There's also a black version and a white version. So you've got 3 choices available with this speaker, and because of the really cool geometric angles on them, I think all 3 colours would be quite striking. It's just down to what suits your home. They're very cleverly been put onto rather than a spike that you see with lots of speakers, they've actually used a very sort of rounded foot, and which again I'm quite impressed with, because what it means is a speaker of this size is often quite difficult, and given it's over 50 kilograms, just moving these things can be quite challenging. So what they've managed to do is they've created this ability to move them around and pinpoint the positioning of them without damaging your floor or your back, and we welcome that. That's a positive step. They have two side ports. The recommendation is that you fire them into the centre. However, we always promote, just try it. You know, it might sound better if you bought a pair of these to fire it the other way, but that's your decision ultimately. They're using quite a bit of carbon fibre, as we can see here in the central dome here. We've got a carbon fibre dust cap, and I understand that the compression driver, which gives that dynamic kind of power and impressive kind of instant performance, I believe that also to be carbon fibre. So these are not your run-of-the-mill speakers. They're really pushing the boundaries. Norwegian design is often seen as the pinnacle when it comes to kind of high-end speakers. There's some great brands over there, and I think O Audio are well on their way to being another of those brands, doing something quite different and delivering spectacular performances. We've had great success in here with the people who've heard it. They sit on our listening sofa here in the showroom, and they're spellbound by what they're hearing. The central image is just so pinpoint and sharp, yet the sound extends way beyond the speakers. This is a speaker that you could quite happily lose a whole day just sitting there playing all your favourite music, and at no point would you get bored. They are sensational. If I was to describe them, the word I would use would be fun. Partly because they go down to 28 Hertz, which is low, but more than that, I think it's the way they deliver a dynamic sound. And that dynamic sound, to me, is what really brings music to life. So if you're into live recordings, for example, and someone hits that drum hard, you'll hear it with these. It will tell you that was hit hard. And that's exciting, that. And that's what music should be able to deliver in your home. So you don't have to go to a gig to hear such an experience. They're in the showroom at the moment, and we'd welcome anyone that fancies having a listen to call on by, book an appointment if you want to have a private demo. They'll probably be playing in the showroom as we're open through the weekends. So we urge people to come here, tell us what they want us to play, and we'll put it on the system, and you can have a proper listen to what we believe is one of the most exciting speakers to land in the UK within this price bracket in quite a number of years. So they're £20,000, and yes, you get a lot of speaker for your money, I have to say. And if you're in the market for this type of product, you're looking at the likes of big JBLs, or you're looking at the likes of Avant-Garde, or other big, powerful kind of large-scale speakers, then I think these should be high on your come and have a listen to. So yeah, until the next video, hope you've enjoyed this little intro into this speaker brand and this particular model. Like, subscribe and thumbs up to our videos. We're still in our early days here, so we're learning how to bring this channel to life. But as you can see, this is the only pair currently on demonstration in the whole of the UK. So hopefully you accept we are trying our best to bring you some really cool, interesting stuff. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.
Get the most from your music.